I honestly feel that we're in a time and age where narcissism is running rampant. And listen, I'm not saying this lightly because being narcissistic is a medical term. It's a term that psychologists use to determine if a person has certain personality traits. But it's just not me saying this. There are qualified psychologists who are saying it, who are actually sending out the warning. And here it comes. Here it comes, ladies. It's not the men that are narcissistic. It's the females. And I know, once again, you're gonna say, oh, you're just picking on women again. Oh, you're just a woman hater. You're a misogynist. Bring it on, bring it on. But I gotta say, once again, let a woman tell you. I'm gonna just sit back, let her tell you.
Created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I.
And that, my friends, is a qualified psychologist. So I just wanted to preface this particular lesson for you ladies to understand where I am coming from and why I say the things I say. I say it because I can identify that there is a problem. If you have a cut on the left hand, woman, and there's a small niche on the right hand, the one on the left hand is bleeding out. Which one are you going to try to fix first? The one with the big gash or the small cut on this hand? You attend the big gash. I am trying to attend the big gash first. This one is the emergency one. I have to deal with the ladies calling me, telling me how lonely they are. I have to deal with the men who are calling me and telling me, hey, my wife, my woman is cheating on me. I don't have any peace in my house. The woman is just being absolutely a nightmare. She wants to control. I have to listen to that.
Ways a narcissistic wife treats her husband. 1, you will never be good enough. Number 2, there will be no real sense of partnership within the marriage. There's a dynamic of a narcissist putting themselves up high on a pedestal. What that essentially means, even for a spouse, is that you are below. Number 3, it will be all about her feelings. Your feelings will not matter. They are not considered. They are not part of the equation for a narcissist. Number 4, competitiveness over collaboration, because it's as if that narcissist wants to win herself. Number 5, appearance. Now, very little energy will be given from a narcissist to be put into the marriage in terms of growing and developing an actually healthy, thriving relationship. No energy will be put into that. Where the energy will be put is in the appearance of having a good relationship.
So I am telling you and I'm bringing you the receipts. So what I'm trying to do in this particular instance is to try to help the men navigate the modern world of dating and
Men do not know how lucky they are when a girl actually likes them. Like, do you know how many unanswered texts I have in my phone from men who I take literal days, if not weeks, to respond to? Do you know that the fact I'm responding to you the same business day is a privilege? I don't think they do. I don't think they know.
And that perfectly personifies the thought process of the modern woman. Grandiosity, egotism, a lack of empathy, and pride. Notice how she said business days. The modern woman and escorts are becoming the same thing. And it's not gonna change if we continue to allow these games. Fellas, we need to start a no tolerance movement. Cut communication with no explanation. She's sending mixed signals, cut it. Took too long to text back? Cut it. If they say maybe or we'll see, cut it. Remove the incentive from the environment, then the behavior cannot exist. Become exempt. One less pawn, one less sucker, one less simp.
In turn, it is showing women what they're doing that is causing the problem, hoping that these women identify, hey, I am not winning from this situation. I need to change certain things in order to be able to secure a man. That's it. It's a very, very easy equation. It's not rocket science. Feminism have told you ladies that you can have it all. That is impossible. You understand how ridiculous that sounds? But that's what you've been told. You believe it. And that is the mindset that has infiltrated your brain. And anyone that messes with that message that has been imprinted in your brain, they're the ones that have the problem. Please tell me how that makes sense. How does that make logical sense? Bottom line is, it doesn't. And so, before we get into the deep discussions, guys, like the video coming in. Ladies, you're gonna learn a lot from this, all right? But like the video coming in. And of course, if you ever want to get some help, quick question answered, get me over on Instagram on Ask an Older Man. It's the same username. Now, if you need help, you need some serious help, whether you're a couple or just an individual that needs some help from a person who has some critical thinking skills, who's been through life, who's seen a lot, listen, man, get me over on askanolderman.com, book a session, very inexpensive, and I will do my best to help you. And if I can't help you, I will recommend you to someone that could help. Okay? With that said, let's get into the video we're going to discuss today. This video has been making the rounds in the last week, and I've had 5 guys now and 2 ladies that have sent me this video, and they've asked me, what do I think? What is your opinion? And I gotta tell you, it is bizarre, but based on what I just showed you with the narcissism, this is just gonna show you proof of where we are as a society and women's expectation. I'm telling you ladies, this kind of attitude is what's keeping you single, because this woman strongly regret it. But anyway, let's get into it.
Whew. Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
So, let me give you a little backstory. This woman is on a first date with a guy. She refuses to get out of the car because he took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, that's not good enough for her. And she decides that she's gonna record it for content.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
That looks like this. I want you guys, ladies, to think about what she just said. Someone who looks like this. Imagine if a guy said that. Hey baby, why would you not want to sleep with a guy that looks like this? What would be your first instinct? Holy crap, let me get the hell out of here. Who does fool think he is? But not only that, I want you to imagine, ladies, that I had on a toupee or a hair piece. It wasn't my hair. I want you to think about that, ladies. I had on a toupee. I was also 30 to 40 pounds heavier than you. I was a big ass guy. I had a big gut on me. I just want you to visualize that. And ladies, I want you to think something else. I also had on some makeup, trying to look like I was macho. I had my hairline painted in. My hairline was just pink. You could see it clearly. I had some Botox trying to look younger. And I said to you, why you don't want to have sex with something like this, baby? Why you don't want to have sex with somebody like this? This is the equivalent of what this woman is saying. I just reversed the roles. But I bet you, when I say it back to you, you're going to go, hell no. This is what I'm talking about.
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, okay.
Talk about it this time.
Yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I
After
went
she
into
stayed
this
back there?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't.
All right. On the surface, she looks like somebody who's in her right mind. She's asking questions. She's calm. She's not acting ghetto. She's not aggressive. But that isn't all that makes women undesirable. Remember the 4 properties all women must have for men to find them attractive. Fit, friendly, feminine, agreeable. You think about how many of these traits that you see in her right now. She's not fit. She's overweight. She's about 20 pounds overweight. Friendly. Definitely not friendly. She's condescending. She's narcissistic. It's all about her. Look at me. When you love yourself too much, that is not a good trait. She's selfish, meaning it's all about me. It's not about the man. She don't give a shit about this man's feelings because she is ready to humiliate him right now.
Put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made
nothing
up.
wrong with it.
Ladies, lesson number 1, she's not doing everything she's supposed to do as a woman. Her biggest mistake is that she decides that she wants to shame the man here. That's not what women should do. The first thing she did when she pulled out this phone and recorded this for all of us to see is she disrespected this man. On the first date, think about that. Gentlemen, your lesson. If a woman shows you her worst side on the first day, it's not going to get any better. Because one thing that we all do when we are on our first date or when we first meet a person is that we are on our best behavior because we want to impress the other person for them to feel that, hey, you know what? This person is somebody I would like to see again. It is very obvious that this woman don't have his respect in mind. And that, gentlemen, is when you should bounce. Don't ever get so thirsty that when a woman shows you disrespect, even on the third date, get the hell out. Because it does not get any better than that. And ladies, the same thing. If a man shows you any bad behavior on day one, it's not going to get any better. Because what you're seeing is a man who's supposed to be impressing you. And if that's what he's trying to impress you with on day one, that means he's at his best on those days. Get the hell out. The first date is when we're supposed to be like, oh my God, you're the best. You're the best. No, you're the best. No, you're the best. That is a first date.
But
I got myself all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my planner where we were.
Cheesecake Factory isn't cheap. McDonald's is cheap. Red Lobster is a little bit more expensive. Cheesecake Factory is the next step up. So what she wants? She wants fine dining on day one. Think about that. Gentlemen, don't ever be so thirsty that you fall for this crap.
Gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I understand.
For an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment. And that is not possible.
And
you make a man wait an hour. You made him wait 1 hour from the designated time that you guys were supposed to go out. That is not a woman you need to hang around with, my friend. That is automatic disrespect. She has no respect for your time. Now you're waiting downstairs in a car for 1 hour. I would have bounced. I give a woman literally 15 minutes precisely to be late. 15 minutes. After that, I'm out. And I'm married, but I'm talking about even now business. Let's not even talk about women. I'm talking about even business arrangements. Any arrangement. The person gets a 15-minute grace. And that is only because I have called them beforehand to say, are you going to be on time? And if they tell me, yes, sorry, I'm going to be 15 minutes, only then will I accept that. Time is life. When you no longer have time, you're dead. Someone who disrespects your time is disrespecting your life. Get it into your head, gentlemen. Ladies, understand that's the essence of what you're telling a man when you disrespect his time. You're disrespecting his life. Tell me otherwise. You don't look at it like this. This whole idea of, oh, he should be able to wait. Let me see if he's going to wait a little longer. He should respect me that I am making myself beautiful. No, you anticipate that before and make sure that you're on time. A man will love the hell out of you if you're on time, even a little early. Oh, men would just freaking go nuts. Oh, she's on time. Oh my God. Oh, she's early. Jesus, man. Men love you if you did that. Just letting you ladies know. This whole, oh, I'm going to make him wait a little bit. It's the biggest mistake women make when it comes to dating.
that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been. Okay. But if we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, the equivalent to that?
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen,
So obviously, this guy had, I wouldn't have done it. This guy had plans for a really nice restaurant. Listen, I'm looking at his car. It's a double sunroof car. That means it's not cheap, right? Obviously, this man has something going on. She obviously sees some value in him, right? His first instinct was, let me book a fine dining restaurant. Cheesecake Factory was a second choice because she was late. You don't book a fine dining restaurant and think that, oh, they're going to hold the reservations forever. If she had any level of sophistication, she would have been on time. If she had any common sense, the man would have taken her to the fine dining restaurant. They would have been on time. Let me see if I think he says it in here.
if we're late, I told you
weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot and waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that,
No.
equivalent to that? I
literally
you don't
just said-
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
2 problems here. One, she obviously don't know anything about fine dining, but yet she wants fine dining. Fine dining, you have to call ahead. You have to book reservations for any restaurant of any value. Reservations are required. Oh, can you not just call another restaurant and just walk in? So obviously, she's not there yet. She hasn't been to any of these places, but she's demanding it. Now, let's look at the narcissism. Oh, look at me. Look at how fine I look. You guys think I'm criticizing women, but you honestly think this is good behavior?
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night?
Yeah.
Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He just pulled
but
out of the parking space.
If I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see?
I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. I understand where you're coming from.
The man has standards. Ladies, you got to understand. Don't push a good man. Men these days, they see many women like this. This guy obviously has standards. He has self-respect. He gave her a lot of leeway and she screwed herself. She played herself. If you want results from a man, and I'm talking results meaning you're looking for a man that you can actually spend quality time with, a man that respects you, you have to first respect him. That's it. It's not rocket science. Men have a ton load of choices when it comes to women. And she keeps grooming this freaking tie-down hair that she has. I don't understand that. You're wearing a wig and you're grooming the wig. It's not your hair. You don't play with your wig. You don't play with your weaves. You play with your hair. That's not her hair. So she played herself and she screwed up with a good man. And what I'm telling you, if you don't tell me that's not narcissism at its finest, you need to reevaluate the absolute definition of narcissism. But she got schooled. She got schooled. Guys, listen, this was going to be a quick one. I just wanted to cover this because I think there was a valuable lesson in this particular video, both for men and for women. Men, you got to understand you have to have standards. Women, you got to understand that if you have that kind of mentality, when you're looking at getting results from a relationship, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Didn't work for her. You can see her disappointment. Whether she disappointed she wasn't going to get a meal, she's probably hungry, right? She thought she was going to get a free meal tonight. Okay, she didn't have to cook or go to McDonald's or Burger King. But now she has to. Now she has to go home and try to round up a ham sandwich or something because she ain't getting no steak at Cheesecake Factory today or any other fine dining restaurant. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up on the video. And of course, listen, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.